Hey guys, Metal Jesus here. Now, if you collect game consoles like I do, you know that one of the biggest challenges is keeping them clean and dust free. In my game room, it's almost a daily challenge because I have 4 pets. Now, in the past, I've done videos covering some of the various dust covers that you can get for computers and also consoles. But recently, I discovered my favorite brand. It's a brand called the Printer Boy, and I can't wait to share it with you. Let's take a look. So this is how my consoles used to look. This is another brand here, and these are okay. You know, they're made from canvas and they got the nice printed logo on it, but there's 2 things wrong with these, in my opinion. Number 1, canvas over time will collect dust itself and look kind of grimy. Actually, they tend to attract hair, and sometimes they're kind of hard to even clean themselves. And then here's the second issue that I'm not crazy about. Now, yes, they are protecting these consoles from dust, but as you can see, they're fairly generic looking. I mean, can you tell what these are? You might be able to. I mean, the left one is a Gamecube and the right is a Wii, but wouldn't it be cool if there was a little bit more going on? And now here is my new dust cover by Printer Boy, and right off the bat, you can see that they are decorated in the style of the console that they are protecting. And I just think that is so cool. You know, one of the things I love about my game room is I want to sit on my couch and look around and see all the consoles that I own. And, you know, honestly, most of the time I keep them covered. And so it's kind of a bummer when I previously just saw big lumps of color, and now I actually get to see a representation of the actual system itself. I also like these because they are designed for working game rooms, and so the back is actually open so that you can still have your AV cables and also power cables poking out the back. Here's how the dust covers come in the mail. Very small, discreet little packages, and you'll notice that it's not just for retro consoles, it's also for modern systems as well. This is for the Xbox One S. And I mentioned that I'm not a big fan of the canvas covers that I was using previously. Well, thankfully, these are a printed synthetic fabric, or I guess kind of like a polyester. But the good news is that they don't seem to attract fingerprints, dust, or hair. Here's the dust cover for my original Xbox, and as you can see, it covers it just fine. I mean, you know, what can you say about a dust cover, right? But I do like the fact that it is printed on there to look like the original console. That's kind of cool. Here's the dust cover for the Gamecube, of course. One of the neat little features about this is that you can choose the color that you want. So for instance, this is purple because I have a purple one, but you could just as easily choose a silver or some other color as well. And then you'll notice here on the side, this is very thoughtful, is that it has these little pouches to store the memory cards. My quest is to get dust covers for every single system that I own, and there's some of them like this one. This is the PS1. This is the mini PlayStation 1. This is often one that you just don't see, and so again, it was really cool to get a dust cover specifically for it that not only fits but also has its design on the outside. I just think that is so cool. Here's the dust cover for the Dreamcast. Now, it's a little weird for me to cover this one up because that is actually the fairly uncommon Hello Kitty Dreamcast. But again, I want to protect it. I want to keep it running for as long as possible. And it looks really nice. Here's a dust cover for the Xbox 360. I forget which model this is. I want to say this is either the Elite or Slim, but again, he's got these in different sizes for the different styles of Xbox 360s and also different colors if you want it. Here is the latest and greatest PlayStation 4 Pro. This one is kind of interesting because it doesn't fit very snugly, and I don't think that's actually the fault of the manufacturer. I think it's because the PlayStation 4 Pro has that wedge shape, and so in order to maybe make it, it doesn't fit super tight, but again, that doesn't really matter to me as long as it's protecting it from dust. Here is the original PlayStation 2 Fat. And I was very curious about this one because, as you guys know, this console has an unusual shape, but As you can see, the dust cover fits just fine. And like all the others, it's designed for a working game room, so it has the opening in the back for your cables, as well as your audio, video out, and anything else that you would need access to. Now, perhaps you don't want something that looks exactly like the original. They also have some of these with distinct designs here. So this is for the Wii U. I thought that looked pretty cool. And then also too, here is one for the special edition of Gears of War for your Xbox 360, which I happen to have. So that's a pretty cool little cover there. And then just for fun, they also have a Zelda one for the N64 and a bunch of others if you want to get a little bit more creative. As for the cost of these, they range anywhere from about $10 US to say 15 US, depending on the size of the console. Also, full disclosure guys, I actually got sent these for review. That's why I have so many varieties of them, but I've been using them for almost a year, and again, highly recommended. So that's a quick look at the Printer Boy dust covers that I use here in my game room. And I'll put a link right here to his website if you want to check it out, as well as down in the video description below. Now, I love to be able to tell you that there is one solution for all 40 years worth of game collecting, but the truth is, there's not. He specializes obviously in consoles, but if you're like me and you also really like collecting old vintage PCs and computers, like say the Commodore and the Amiga and things like that, well, you have to look for different solutions. And so that's why that previous video that I did is very handy. And so I'll link to that as well down below. All right, guys, love to know if you are using dust covers in your game room. Please let me know down in the comments. As always, I want to thank you for watching my channel. Thank you for subscribing, and take care. By the way, I know some people have kind of problems with review videos like this. I think because they think that maybe I'm getting paid or sponsored or some sort of kickback on the product. And I just want to assure you guys that is absolutely not true. They were simply just sent to me for review. And honestly, I really only like doing videos like this on stuff I actually believe in and use myself. And so I hope that comes across in these videos. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching.